Our objectives in this lesson are the following. Number 1, describe a series. Number 2, identify whether a given list of numbers is a sequence or a series. Number 3, explain the key difference between a sequence and a series. Number 4, write a given series in sigma notation and vice versa. And number 5, expound and evaluate sigma notation. But before this, here is the answer in the extra problem I gave in our previous lesson. Kindly comment down if you got this correct. Now, let's start with an activity sequence or series. Raise one hand if the given is a sequence, and two hands if it is a series. Number 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is one hand. Number 2, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus so on. This is two hands. Number 3, 1, 3, 9, 27. This is one hand. Number 4, 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20 and so on. This is two hands. Last one, number 5, 7, 14, 21, 28. One hand. What do you notice about the first, the third, and the fifth examples? How about the second and the fourth? Which examples uses commas? And which examples uses addition symbols? Okay, notice that sequences uses commas, while series uses addition symbols. Today we will discover the relationship between sequences and series and learn how mathematicians represent long sums efficiently using sigma notation. Let us define some terms. Let us recall the definition of a sequence. It is an ordered list of numbers following a certain pattern. For example, we have 4, 7, 10, 13. Do you still remember what each number in a sequence called? It is called a term. Next word is series. Series, on the other hand, is the sum of the terms of a sequence. Let's have an example. 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13, which is equal to 34. Now, there are two types of series. The first one is the finite series. A finite series has a fixed number of terms. Example, 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. The next type of series is the infinite series. This one, it continues forever. Example, we have 1 plus 3 plus 9 plus 27 plus and so on. So again, these dots is called ellipses. It means the pattern continues indefinitely. A series is formed by adding the terms of a sequence together. Next word, nth term of a sequence. This is a specific term in a sequence and it is represented by A sub n, where A represents a term and N represents the position. For example, we have the sequence 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So A sub 1 would be 3, A sub 2 would be 6, A sub 3 would be 9, A sub 4 would be 12, and A sub 5 is equal to 15. Thus, the fifth term is 15. Next term is the partial sum, denoted by S sub n. So this is the sum of the first n terms of a series. The general form would be S sub n is equal to A sub 1 plus A sub 2 plus A sub 3 up to A sub n. Let's have an example. Find S sub 4 in the series 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 and so on. S sub 4 means we're going to add the first 4 terms of the series. That would be 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. And this will give us 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 8 is 20. Therefore, the sum of the first 4 terms is 20. Remember, partial sum means we are not adding all the terms forever, only up to a certain number of terms. If we have nth term of a sequence, we also have nth term of a series. This is denoted by A sub n. It represents the nth term being added in the series. Next word is sigma notation, denoted by Greek letter sigma, written this way, which means sum. It is a shorthand way of writing a series. So the general form would be a sub 1 plus a sub 2 plus a sub 3 up to a sub n. And this can be expressed as this one or this one. Okay, in the summation of n from n equals 1 up to 5, n here is the index of summation, 1 is the starting value, and 5 is the ending value. So if I'm going to expand this sigma notation, this would be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. And this is equal to 15. Let's have an example. Write in sigma notation. 7 plus 14 plus 21 plus 28 plus 35. Notice that these are multiples of 7. Therefore, our pattern is 7n. So the sigma notation would be the summation of 7n from n equals 1 up to 5. Let's have an activity, sequence or series. This one is sequence, while this one, series. This one, sequence. And this one, series. This one is also series. Once again, when numbers are separated by commas, it is a sequence. When numbers are connected using addition symbol, it is a series. Let's have an activity. Add it up. Find the sum of the series. Number 1, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10. This is 30. Number 2, 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20. This is 50. Number 3, find the sum of the first 6 terms of the sequence, 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. So first, we are going to convert the sequence into series, adding the first 6 terms. So this will be 1 plus 4 plus 7 plus 10 plus 13 plus 16. And this is equal to 51. Number 4, find the sum of the first 4 terms of the sequence, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Again, we have to convert first the sequence into series, adding only the first 4 terms. This will be 9 plus 18 plus 27 plus 36. And this will give us 90. Another activity, Sigma Master, write the pattern. Write the following series in sigma notation. Number 1, 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 12 plus 15. These are multiples of 3. Therefore, our pattern would be 3n. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So the sigma notation for this would be the summation of 3n from n equals 1 up to 5. Let's have number 2, 5 plus 10 plus 15 plus 20. Notice that these are multiples of 5. So our pattern would be 5n. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. So the sigma notation would be the summation of 5n from n equals 1 to 4. Let's have some more. Number 3, 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 10 plus 12. These are even numbers. So our pattern would be 2n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 terms. The sigma notation for this would be the summation of 2n from n equals 1 to 6. Last one, 7 plus 14 plus 21 plus 28 plus 35. These are multiples of 7. So our pattern would be 7n. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 terms. So the sigma notation for this one would be the summation of 7n from n equals 1 to 5. Another activity, break it down. This time, we're going to expand the sigma notation. Number 1, the summation of n from 1 to 5. So we're going to substitute values of n from 1 to 5. We will get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Number 2, the summation of 2n from 1 to 4. So we're going to substitute values of n from 1 to 4. This will become 2 times 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4. 2 times 1 is 2, this one is 4, this one is 6, and this one is 8. 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8. Let's have some more. Number 3, summation of n plus 2 from 1 to 4. We're going to substitute values of n from 1 to 4. This will become 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 plus 4 plus 2. Don't forget to group the numbers. 1 plus 2 is 3, this one is 4, this one is 5, this one is 6. So we have 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Last one, the summation of 2n plus 1 from 1 up to 5. Substitute values of n from 1 up to 5. 2 times 1 plus 1, 2 times 2 plus 1, plus 2 times 3 plus 1, plus 2 times 4 plus 1, plus 2 times 5 plus 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1. This would be 3. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. This one is 8 plus 1, 9. This one is 2 times 5, 10 plus 1, 11. So we have 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11. Try this. Evaluate the series written in sigma notation. Number 1, summation of n from 1 to 4. We're going to expand this one first. This will be 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 3 is 6 plus 4 is 10. So this is equal to 10. Number 2, summation of 2n from 1 to 5. So we're going to expand first. 2 times 1 plus 2 times 2 plus 2 times 3 plus 2 times 4 plus 2 times 5. This is 2, this is 4, 6, 8, 10. So we have 2 plus 4 is 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 8 is 20 plus 10 is 30. The sum is 30. Let's have some more. Number 3, the summation of n plus 1 from 1 to 5. Let us expand first. This will be 1 plus 1 plus quantity 2 plus 1 plus quantity 3 plus 1 plus quantity 4 plus 1 plus quantity 5 plus 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, this one is 3, this one is 4, this one is 5, and this one is 6. So this will be 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 5 is 10, 16 is equal to 20. Last one, the summation of quantity 2n plus 1 from n equals 1 to 5. Let us expand. This will be the quantity of 2 times 1 plus 1 plus the quantity of 2 times 2 plus 1 plus the quantity of 2 times 3 plus 1 plus the quantity of 2 times 4 plus 1 plus the quantity of 2 times 5 plus 1. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1. This is 3. This one is 5. This one is 7. This one is 9. And this one is 11. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Plus 7 is 15. Plus 9 is 24. Plus 11 is 35. Let us do extra challenge. Jerome deposits 100 pesos, 200 pesos, 300 pesos, and 400 pesos in his savings account weekly. Write the deposits in sigma notation. Notice that these are multiples of 100. So our pattern would be 100n. 1, 2, 3, 4, meaning we have 4 terms. So the sigma notation would be the summation of 100n from n equals 1 to 4. For the summary, here are the things that we learned in this lesson. Take time to understand this. Now, it is time to check your understanding. Pause this video for more time. Let us answer. Expand the sigma notation and calculate the sum, the summation of n squared from n equals 1 up to 6. So let us expand this first. This will be 1 is squared plus 2 is squared plus 3 is squared plus 4 is squared plus 5 is squared plus 6 is squared. This will be 1, this is 4, this is 9, this is 16, this is 25, and this one is 36. This will be 9 plus 1 is 10, 16 plus 4 is 20, that would be 30. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, plus 11, 91. Great job if you got the correct answer. Gets? If you find this lesson helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment. Share this video to reach more learners and subscribe to support the channel. To help you truly master this topic, here is an extra problem for you to work on. Watch out for my next video lesson where I reveal the answer. Keep practicing, keep learning, and as always, you've got this with Mom C Cube. Our next lesson is arithmetic sequence and series.